A large-scale search taking place in Kingsport today as several crews from agencies joined forces in hopes of finding a missing woman. Good evening, I'm Rebecca Pepin.
And I'm Casey Getz. News 5's Ashley Hogue was in Kingsport for a duration of the search near where Layla Santanello was reportedly last seen and tells us what crews were hoping to find.
Things like that.
Law enforcement says 21-year-old Santanello was last seen in the area of 2003 North Eastman Road on June 27th. Santanello is 4'10", weighs 135 pounds, and has blonde hair and brown eyes. As for why this area is now a focus of the search,
Kingsport Police Department released a frequently asked questions list concerning the missing person case of 21-year-old Layla Santanello. Within the list, KPD highlighted what they have done so far in their investigation, where Layla was last seen, and if her case is related to any other missing persons cases. And Michael Thompson lived. Thompson was arrested Monday for allegedly posing as Layla and making Cash App requests to her family and friends after Layla's family say they don't believe Thompson is involved in her disappearance. But the question still remains, where is Layla Santanello?
Of a missing woman from Kingsport says she believes someone knows where her daughter is. 21-year-old Layla Santanello disappeared in June. In August, Kingsport police conducted a multi-agency search for that young woman. The TBI is also involved in this search. That agency issued an endangered young adult alert for Layla on August 3rd. Her mother shared this message for anyone with information.
I want to remind that person that Layla has a little girl, and whatever might have happened, that little girl is gonna need to know someday.
On March 4th, 2024, the Kingsport Police Department published a frequently asked questions page for the case of Layla Santanello. Layla, who was 20 at the time of her disappearance, was last seen on June 27, 2023 at around 6:15 a.m. in a field next to the AmeriCorps in Kingsport, Tennessee. In the early days of the investigation, there was a report by several witnesses of Layla being sighted at the marble slab. However, detectives used phone records and interviewed the woman who was sighted to determine there was not Layla Santanello. At this date, the Kingsport Police Department has served over 30 warrants, conducted a search of the Dale Street residence of Layla and her boyfriend, Michael Thompson, on August 4th, 2023. They've issued 24 subpoenas to conduct numerous interviews and conducted 6 ground searches that included drones, forward-looking radar, and canine units. Searches were conducted by TBI, Sullivan County Emergency Management, Kingsport Fire Department, Kingsport Life Saving Crew, Sullivan County Sheriff's Office, Bristol Fire Department, Hawkins County Rescue Squad, Church Hill Rescue Squad, Washington County Rescue Squad, Johnson City Fire and Rescue, and Unicoi Rescue Squad. Obviously, a lot of local resources have been used in the search for Layla Santanello. In a surreal turn of events, 8 months after Layla disappeared, her boyfriend Michael David Thompson was arrested for allegedly posing as Layla via mobile phone and sending family and friends Cash App requests. In one of these messages, Michael asked for $95 or, and I quote, "You'll find her in pieces." Thompson was indicted on February of 2024 for identity theft, theft under $1,000, illegal possession or fraudulent use of a credit or debit card, and extortion. Despite this, police have publicly stated that there's no evidence that Thompson was involved in Layla's disappearance. So what is publicly known about the case? Not a lot. We do have some insight into the state of Layla's life and what may have been going on in her mind leading up to her disappearance. According to our interview with the family, at the time of her disappearance, Layla was dealing with losing custody of her child, Nova Grace. In May of 2023, Layla had been informed in family court that she was going to lose custody of Nova Grace. In addition to losing custody of her daughter, Layla was concerned about not being able to qualify for a rent-assisted apartment. And after recently being evicted from the family mobile home, Layla was facing potential homelessness. The month before she disappeared, Layla attempted to defraud the family out of $200 for what she claimed was a down payment for a rent-assisted apartment. The family discovered that Layla had never paid any down payment, and she had also stolen additional money from a family member's car, escaping and leaving Nova Grace behind in the car. Layla was facing a family court reappearance on the date of June 28th, where she would have to explain these criminal charges to a judge. Jennifer Santanello received a text message from Thompson asking if Layla was in jail or in the hospital because he didn't know where she was. Layla texted Jennifer shortly afterwards, telling her, "I'm fine, Mom. I've been with a friend. I don't have a phone or text or call. I'm using someone else's." Jennifer texted back to Layla, "Okay, I love you." And Layla responded, "I love you so much more." It was the last text from Layla that Jennifer ever received. Media, specifically The Sun, reported that Layla was in a relationship with another man. Layla's stepmother, Brittany Zettler, told us that this wasn't actually true, it was just a male friend. On the 26th, Layla left that male friend's house to stay between several trap houses in Kingsport. Now here's where things get strange. On the morning of June 27th, other guests at the motel reported seeing Layla going door to door at the motel in a state of distress. Strangers offered help in the form of a phone call or a ride, but she refused. Later that morning, Layla said to her friend, "I have to take care of something," after which there was some kind of altercation between Layla and an unknown person. The motel threatened to throw Layla out of the motel because of the fight, so she walked off alone into the woods nearby. Zettler and her husband, Layla's father, reported Layla missing on the morning of June 27th. Layla was listed by the TBI as a missing and endangered young adult under the Holly Bobo Act, which is an act passed by state government to include persons under 21 years of age under the Bureau's Endangered Child and Young Adult Alert Program. Workers at a nearby medical supply warehouse said that they could see Layla panicking and freaked out. They said, quote, "It could be that she was running from whoever she spoke with at the motel," unquote. She apparently asked an older gentleman for a cigarette, to which he replied that he didn't smoke. According to The Sun, Layla was last seen just outside a storage facility not far from AmeriCorps. Based on our Google Earth investigation, we assumed that storage facility to be stowaway self-storage. The family PI told the media that surveillance footage revealed Layla, still shoeless, heading south toward the Kingsport Greenbelt. One clue about what happened to Layla comes from the stepmother, who told the media that Layla was struggling with fentanyl addiction and that she was worried that Layla may have purchased a batch of bad drugs and that her friends either left her for dead or disposed of her body somewhere. The circumstances from witness statements seem to confirm that. If Layla did tell a friend that she needed to, quote, "take care of something," unquote, and she was in an extreme state of emotional distress, she may have been turning to where drug addicts typically turn when they're experiencing emotional distress: drugs. This would imply that the altercation at the hotel may have been related to the purchase of those drugs. The question is whether she had obtained the drugs, and if she did, where did she or other people administer them to her? What happened afterwards? Had she overdosed? Was she attacked? Was she with anyone if and when she had taken drugs to calm herself the day before she was due in family court? According to Brittany Zettler, the police informed her in March of 2024 that they know what happened, they know who did it, and they know roughly where she's at, but that they couldn't tell her anything yet. Did Layla follow the Greenbelt Trail to another location? Did someone pick her up, possibly along the John B. Dennis Highway? Did she cross the woods and head to someone's house at Circle View, Jefferson Ave, or Virginia Ave? Whichever scenario happened, where is Layla now? Our preliminary investigation leads us to believe that the proximity of John B. Dennis Highway to where Layla was last seen is important. It provides quick access to more isolated communities not far from Kingsport, such as Carter's Valley and the isolated hills and mountains near there. Right now, there are several possible scenarios. One is that she ended up taking drugs, surrounded by friends, overdosing, and those friends discarded her body in an isolated area nearby. Another is that Layla decided she did not want to face family court and somehow disappeared, with or without the help of people she knows. In coming weeks, we plan to investigate this case further in the areas around Kingsport to try and determine where Layla could be located today. Hopefully, we'll be able to help this family and this community find some resolution around the case of Layla Santanello. We have no plans to interfere with the police investigation or interview witnesses that they're currently involved with. Our goal is primarily to search locations of interest, just like many other members of the community are actively doing right now. Thank you for watching our channel. We value each of you very much. If you want to contribute to our work, finding the missing, there are several ways to do so. If you're a local, an important way to contribute is if you live near one of the important wilderness areas we're trying to search and are willing to give us access to cross your land to get there. Please contact us using the email address in our profile or on Facebook Messenger and let us know. Your support as a local landowner is very valuable and much needed. Another way, if you have the means, is to consider donating search funds to help pay for fuel, outdoor gear, search equipment, and all other expenses that come with conducting ground and water searches for missing people. To do so, just click one of the donation links below this video or tap the thanks button to provide a super thanks of any denomination that you like. But the most important way you can support our work is to make sure to subscribe to our channel and watch and share our videos. Thank you all for coming along on all of our searches with us, and we'll see you next time.